I've learned from my peers, I've learned from the conductors.
Technique, how to sustain breath.
It's okay to venture outside your comfort zone.
The conductors are really supportive.
It's just a good way to learn because this is what I want to do when I get older.
Established in 1985, the Handel and Haydn Society's Karen S. and George D. Levy Educational Outreach Program has been inspiring kids to sing, learn, and smile for 25 years. Today, this award-winning program reaches over 10,000 children annually throughout Greater Boston, providing quality music education at no cost to schools and at limited or no cost to students and their families. In fact, 90% of the entire educational outreach program is subsidized by foundations, grants, and individual and corporate gifts. Since its inception, the direction and oversight of the program has been led by Robin Baker, an integral part of the program's long-term success.
In 1985, we started with vocal quartet visits in the Greater Boston area. Several years later, we also performed our first collaborative youth concert in Faneuil Hall with several high schools. In the early 90s, some of our choral directors mentioned that students in the collaborative concerts could not afford private vocal instruction, so we started the vocal apprenticeship program at New England Conservatory in 1994.
Karen Levy, long-term Society board member and former chair of the Education Committee, and a teacher herself, along with her husband George, felt strongly that music education has the ability to affect children not only in musical training, but in important life skills as well.
When I think of how the program has developed over the years, I remember the first time that a group of young women were performing at Brown Hall, and they were frightened and they were nervous. And why I say this, because in contrast now, when you see these young women or men up on stage, they have such poise and such self-confidence. And I think that is something that this program has afforded them.
It all began with the vocal quartet, the cornerstone of Handel and Haydn's education program. In an informal and fun in-school setting, 4 vocalists along with a pianist entertain and teach young audiences with colorful interpretations of music from different composers and historical eras. Using props, vocal techniques, dialogue, and lots of humor, these interactive performances immediately engage students and encourage participation and response. Geared to grades 4 through 12, the vocal quartet's free in-school visits now reach public schools in 8 Massachusetts districts, providing a unique, lively introduction to music history and appreciation. Collaborative youth concerts bring students from different high schools throughout Greater Boston together to master challenging vocal repertoire and then perform in a free community concert with members of the Society's orchestra and chorus. Through a careful pairing of choruses, these students, who might otherwise never have a chance to meet, also get the opportunity to work with a professional conductor. Along with gaining important performance skills, youth concerts offer a memorable, shared cultural experience. John Finney, Associate Conductor and Chorus Master of the Society, has been a key part of the Collaborative Youth Concert Series since 1992, serving as artistic advisor, conductor, and mentor for the annual concerts.
We bring our orchestra and our soloists for the actual performance, and the level of performance skyrockets once we arrive and the students hear a professional orchestra. They sing next to professional singers, and the comments that I get after those concerts are some of my favorite comments of everything that I've ever done.
The Vocal Apprenticeship Program consists of 5 choral levels: Handel and Haydn Singers, Youth Chorus, Young Men's Chorus, Young Women's Chorus, and high school soloists. Students at all levels spend 3 hours in classes and rehearsals every Saturday throughout the academic year, where they receive sight singing instruction, music theory classes, and choral training. Throughout their apprenticeships, all students work closely with teachers and coaches in mentoring relationships that often include academic and career guidance. For the Handel and Haydn Singers in grades 3 through 5, conductor Heather Tryon makes sure the program is fun and engaging for students who are just starting out and experiencing the joys of singing and music for the first time.
I find these kids to be very dedicated because it's on Saturdays. And, there's a lot of things you could be doing on Saturday. And so they're very dedicated to be coming in and singing and working hard and learning about music and taking music class and working hard in rehearsal. So they're a great group of dedicated kids.
The youth chorus, now in its 16th year, features 50 choristers in grades 6 through 8 from 27 local communities. With her trademark energy and enthusiasm, Heather leads this diverse ensemble in a variety of musical styles, including classical, folk songs, and world music.
We don't just sing classical music. We sing other songs, and sometimes we even dance to it like we're going to do today. Like, we add our own movement into it, and it's really fun.
Since 2006, the Young Men's Chorus provides young males with changing to changed voices a vigorous and challenging experience. With his passion for music, conductor Joseph Stilitano inspires these talented young men in grades 7 through 12 to learn and perform various repertoire, from classical to popular to multi-ethnic a cappella.
There are many performance opportunities in the greater Boston area. These students can partake in choir programs. Many of them are performance-based. And even though these ensembles perform at an extremely high level, the focus is on education and giving these students a wide variety of positive musical experiences so that we're emphasizing and educating the entire musician.
Challenging young women to achieve their musical best, the Young Women's Chorus features over 70 members in grades 9 through 12 from 41 communities across 3 New England states. Led by conductor Lisa Graham, this ensemble primarily focuses on classical repertoire, but also includes folk songs, spirituals, jazz, and a cappella.
What I think is special about the program is that a child can enter in at a very young age and progress through all of the choirs and the musicianship programs and all the way through until they graduate and go to college. And so it's a very nurturing program. It builds them as musicians, as independent singers, and also they make lasting friendships with many other children from all over Boston and greater Boston area.
The Handel and Haydn Society is dedicated to making a difference in the lives of young people, especially those whose families or schools lack the resources to provide them with valuable cultural experiences. The Society is committed to ensuring that financial need is never a barrier to participation, maintaining the program at no cost to schools and subsidizing or waiving tuition. This is accomplished through the generosity of foundations, grants, and individual and corporate gifts. 90% of the entire educational outreach program is subsidized in some form or another. Reaching this 25th anniversary milestone, along with the recent appointment of Harry Christophers as the Society's new artistic director, has only brought a renewed energy and dedication to continuing our goals of instilling a deep love and appreciation of classical music in greater Boston school children for generations to come.